as Miguel Hito almost topples the entire table of equipment.
with my beer on it.
Yeah, with your beer.
Ooh.
No worries there. If you want to be a part of the show and you want to call in, you can do so. It is 813-438-6068. And a lot to get into, guys. We've been having a lot of fun lately with different topics, and we were talking about some alcohol in the first segment. Well, this story is really interesting to me, Miggy. This is one of yours that you brought to my attention. This whole breathable booze thing going on in the UK now.
Lord, they forgot about me.
There you go.
They forgot about me.
Who?
Me.
Miggy, I forgot to turn your microphone on, just like you forgot to give me some Smarties.
I didn't forget to give you Smarties. I had them here, and they were lifted.
I mean, I'm not one to hold a grudge.
I didn't, because I ate both of them that one
So what
day.
you're saying is somebody stole them?
I mean, because somebody ate the other one that day when I was here.
Maybe somebody ate that
Same
microphone
time.
switch.
Let's change the subject before I get upset about these Smarties and get back to the breathable booze.
Let's do it.
You got a little short in your headset again?
Yeah, it's all good, man. I'm just trying to stay in. It sounds like I'm listening to you guys through one of those drive-through windows.
So
Right.
And then?
No, I didn't.
So, you know, a couple of years ago when we had the issue of kids dropping, well, I'll tell you exactly how to vaporize alcohol if you really want to learn how to do it. You take a piece of dry ice and you throw it into, say, a shot of vodka.
Mucho better.
And what'll happen is it will vaporize the alcohol instantaneously, and you just inhale it, bypassing all of the most important,
filters.
biological functions in your body. The filters, the liver, the stomach, the liver, and the kidneys. So the kids were doing this back in the day. Kids were dying because your body doesn't process that much alcohol that fast.
Yeah.
Without major repercussions.
Maybe
Anyways.
yours doesn't, but go ahead.
Anyways, Britons are buzzing over a temporary entry in the cap. Wait, my God! Wow.
Slow it down. Start over.
Britons are buzzing over a temporary entry in the capital's already saturated drinking scene. Breathable booze. The pop-up bar, architecture of alcoholism, uses a humidifier to pump gin and tonic vapors into an enclosed space. And this is literally, they're pumping it into the atmosphere.
This sounds great.
So you actually have to wear a plastic poncho to prevent the smell from permeating their hair and clothes, because you'll literally smell like major amounts of alcohol when you get in there.
Now, I understand that they give you a 1 hour limit.
Correct.
Within this environment, correct?
Right. You don't want to stay any more than that because you'll be hammered.
Didn't you guys used to do this in high school?
Oh, yeah.
In your cars? Before you went to school in the morning, when you get it all fogged up and then roll up in the class?
No, that was with massive amounts of weed.
That was a hot box.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a cold box.
Or a hurt birch.
Similar idea, though, right? I guess.
Yeah.
The whole. We used to call it the Duber effect.
We actually tried
It's like
this
the
once.
Doppler radio.
We tried this once with a hookah, filled it with vodka and ice.
Oh, that doesn't work well.
And smoked the hookah through the vodka, and you definitely got a little effect from it.
You
it
got
wasn't
a little, but honestly,
it's not as harsh as that.
You could bypass the whole smoking of it and then take in the hookah, literally drop little bits of dry ice in there, and you could inhale the vapors of that
At the same time.
But I'm gonna tell you something. It's very dangerous. No, not at the same time.
Why not?
Because you probably get really sick.
You scared?
Shut the really. No, I wouldn't recommend that practice, but in very small doses to see how it feels.
The Cranial Mission Show does not necessarily endorse the vaporizing of alcohol or inhaling it through a hookah.
But in this case.
we do.
Hey, but back to this. So there's a room you stand in for like an hour?
There's a room you stay in for up to an hour.
Well, so you can just get drunk by standing in a room?
And they take it and put
That
it.
takes the fun out of it.
They put it in a humidifier. You could actually do this in.
yeah.
Say you put a little pup tent and you put a humidifier in the tent with a little vodka inside there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna try it.
I
got a little
just
humidifier
giving
at
you
the
a little
house.
idea.
Yeah, dude. It probably saves in calories too, right? I mean,
A little humidifier vaporizer. Kind
Yeah.
of thing.
are you getting the calories? And you're probably not destroying your liver as much.
I mean, you should probably put some vapor rub in there just so you get the nice smell. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and some crack rock.
I did that. I did.
I'm sorry. No, wait. Wait.
I did that with a little pup tent and a gravity bong, and I just hung out in the tent for a couple hours.
Did you really?
Well,
How did that work out?
I was wasted.
Yeah.
I was wasted.
Once again, the Cranial Mission show doesn't. What was that again?
I think they know we endorse everything,
All
don't
right,
they?
all right.
Now, in this case, Miggy, it was gin, I believe, that they were vaporizing. Is that correct?
Gin and tonic.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be anything. Gin and tonic, vodka. It all depends.
Why even put the tonic in there? It just goes. I'm going.
It has the flavor of a gin and tonic.
But you just stand in a room. Now, what do your clothes smell like when you walk out?
Gin and tonic.
You wear a plastic coverall.
Now, I'm assuming that if it's a higher proof, you're going to get drunk quicker. Is that? I mean, you understand the science of this a little bit better. So, like, say if, for example, I go with like a Sailor Jerry room,
Yeah,
where
which
it's
is
vaporized,
80
where it's
proof. If I'm
90
correct.
proof.
90 proof. Okay, 90 proof.
So, am I going to get drunk quicker? I mean, is it going to be more potent?
I'm sure you will, and that's why they have the gin. This is all. There's something they're trying out now. So we'll see what happens in the future. I think this is very interesting.
I think you guys both need to take a look at Joe's face right now. He is lost. He is so confused.
I don't get it, man.
He's like, how can we do this at my house?
Yeah, I mean, I've already designed something, but
I've got a humidifier at the house.
yeah, I like this whole idea. I'm just very confused by it because now I'm thinking, what if you got naked? That would absorb through all your entire skin, right?
I
No,
don't think
hold on.
so.
We're not going to Joe's house now.
No.
Yeah, but hold on.
No, you gotta
Hold
wear
on.
like boxers or something.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it'll absorb into your skin as fast. I think it more or less will coat your skin as
But
much.
will it get rid of zits?
No, it'll probably give you more.
Okay.
It won't. It's got alcohol. Might clean it. I don't know. But
No, yeah, but you're sweating at the same time. I'm
what
sure.
if you did it like the old steam rooms at the gym?
Yeah.
Did it in that?
Oh, we can hang out with a bunch of guys with balls hanging out. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Well,
what?
I mean, look, yeah, that's a little awkward, but what's good about that environment, as I learned from Magnum PI, is that you do get excellent tips to solve the mystery
Yes.
This is true.
when you hang out in the steam room.
No. Last time I hung out in a steam room, I got a scar on my ass from it.
Yeah.
I bet you did.
Wait. Wait.
Yeah.
It was, I'll tell this. I'll tell the story.
Hey,
I ain't scared. It was a mix of guys and girls there, and
Yeah,
I was trying to get this girl that was sitting next to me to take her clothes off.
Sure, there were girls.
Yeah,
in
they,
there.
they were these men, and
Yeah. So
Were any of the girls named Caitlin?
so what happened was,
hey, I'm
I,
Alice.
there were a couple girls. One of them was all for getting topless and everything. The other girl was kind of being hesitant. So I was like, "Fuck it." I was like, "Oh, damn."
Boo. So what you're basically saying is one girl had a nice set of tits and the other didn't.
Pretty much. But I was trying to get the one of them. I don't remember which one naked.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'll do it. So I threw my boxers off and I set them on my lap, held them over me. I said, "I'll take them off when you take them off." And we kind of sat there and she never did. She ended up getting like most of the way naked, but never did. But she. We decided we were all done. Everybody got up, so I waited for everybody to leave the room so I could stand up and put my boxers back on. Well, you know how they have, like, usually there's just steps made out of, like, tile?
Right.
I stood up and I slipped. And when I did, I landed on a broken tile that was cracked, and I slid across it. And it actually sliced my butt cheek.
Tile's very sharp. Porcelain tiles, like, I've cut myself on it, very sharp.
So I had
like
to,
glass,
the only
just
thing
like
I could
glass.
figure out to do was basically I went into the shower and like kind of tried to clean up, and I had an undershirt. I just basically
Wrapped it.
wrapped it, and I sat on my undershirt on the whole drive home. Well, hold on, I lived with my parents at the time,
He's got
so I get
athlete's
home about
ass.
4 in the morning, and I have to wake my mom up because I can't see it to put a bandage on it. So I had to wake my mom up to
nice.
put a bandage. My mom looks at me, she goes, "I don't want to know, do I?" I said, "Nope."
She's like,
Nope.
she's like, you hanging out at the bus station again? You're like,
He's
whoa,
got, he's
no,
got
I
athlete's
promise.
ass now.
So,
God.
for all you Craniacs out there, we have now learned how Caleb Crispy got a second crack in his ass.
That's just like the crack of
Hey,
Africa.
I'm not even
Djibouti.
ashamed of it. It was funny.
Hey, you know what? I've heard a very similar story where it was my ex-girlfriend's stepdad. He was all drunk and fell on his soap dish, broke the soap dish, and he had to go to the hospital in this way. I had to go get
I jumped
some
off the
dishes.
bed and landed on one of those lamps with the little metal filigree like leaves on it.
It was
and
turned
it
up?
sliced my ass. No, it cut my ass cheek bad.
What?
I get a scar too. High five.
High
bud.
five.
Why was there a lamp on the bed?
No, it was a lamp on the.
Why not?
It was a lamp on the end of the bed, and I jumped and slipped off and landed on it.
Oh, so bad dismount.
Bad dismount.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
clears it up.
That's like,
Wow, that story went down a long, dirty road.
I'm not done yet. You remember
Oh,
those?
gee.
You remember those things where you could put your socks on, you'd slide back and forth like you were skating?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was doing
I still
that.
got one
I
of
was
those.
doing that on a coffee table.
Those are
and-
actually excellent training.
No, they are.
They're great for power skating.
But
for grown.
I ate it on a coffee table doing that. They broke the side off, and I fell and I bashed my face. I had a big old.
So you
scar
didn't
right
have the thing to slide on. You just jumped on a
No,
coffee
it was
table.
a coffee table with edges on it, but the edge broke off, and I fell.
But I mean, you never put one of the slider things on there. You just.
No, it was really nice varnished table, and I was talking.
So you saw it on a commercial when you were a kid. and you were like, I want
years
one of
before
those.
that thing came out.
Oh, you were doing that
Yeah,
early on.
I was the
Oh.
originator, dog.
Wow.
Anyways, it broke off, and I pretty much kissed the table from 4 feet up.
If you ever decide to do that again, you should probably like get an old coffee table and take the legs off.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. I'm just saying.
Or a beautiful table, put the leaf in and everything.
Oh, an extra leaf. You might feel that.
Get a little extender going in there.
Yeah. Leaf it up.
Now, one last story, because we're trying to cut down on the amount of stories. We have listeners tell us sometimes we have too many, and case in point, that was a lot of fun just going off on the way we did on that one. I'm going to skip a few and get into this last one. This was crazy to me, Caleb. This story about a woman that used a toddler to pass a breathalyzer. Now, I currently have a friend who shall go unnamed that we all know that is going through this, where he's got the he was popped for a DUI, and he's got to blow into his car to drive.
Yeah,
they've got a camera set up for this. In his car. Yeah, in his car, there's a camera that points right at him.
Yeah.
So if he goes to
wow.
blow into the car,
Really?
Yeah, I hear it's like
Yeah.
$250 a month, and you got to go get it re-registered every month.
yeah, and if you don't blow correctly on it, they'll fine you. And if it keeps happening, eventually they'll put you through a whole other program, right? But they actually have a little camera in the vehicle that turns on when you go to blow into this thing, so they can see if it's you, if it's someone else, etc. And this story kind of reminded me of that.
It does, and of course this is in Florida, Apopka, Florida.
No.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So a Florida woman was accused of leaving her young children in the car while she was drinking at the bar. So the police officer shows up. This whole video is caught on the officer's body camera. She handed her 4-year-old toddler to the breathalyzer with the cop standing there questioning her.
Way.
He had to start the car.
Oh my.
Get it going, baby. Hey, baby, get it going. You know how to do it. Blow it like I told you, like it's one of them. You're like you're making bubbles for mommy, baby. Come on, blow on that now.
Yeah.
Stop
So
crying, baby.
apparently, it doesn't say here if she's had a past of drunk driving, but her husband had the thing installed because she was drunk and she had spent a stint in rehab.
I'll go ahead and say yes.
And,
on
he,
that.
and let me guess, he didn't want her driving with the kids drunk anymore.
Well, what a good
that
mom
just shows.
driving with
Hold
the
on.
kids drunk.
That just goes to show you. I mean, like, if you're a father and your wife has this kind of problem, and you have to put a breathalyzer in the car,
She should probably be your ex-wife.
Hey, what,
she should
hey,
probably be your ex-wife.
For sure.
Exactly.
what was she drinking?
I don't know.
Aluminum bottles of Bud Light.
She was staying in a room with alcohol just seeping into her pores. She didn't even know it. It was an accident.
It was a Popka, so maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Apopka's got the first vapor bar up there, dude.
Apopka actually not that far from Claremont.
I know.
Yeah.
That's exactly. That was my point.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
You don't know this story, do you?
No,
Oh, well, we got 30 seconds before we go to break. So at the Great Lord Cheese and Lady
Cheese.
Cheese's
Yes.
wedding, there was a guest that was there. Now, Stacy had a keg of Wells Bombardier that he bought, and then probably, 40 cases of Miller Lite and different beer.
And tons and tons.
Oh,
of,
I mean-
plenty for everyone.
tons of.
Let's just put it
alcohol.
this way. This was in April. We're still going through the alcohol that was left
Okay.
over.
There was quite a bit.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
There was plenty. Well, this date of one of the guests who shall remain nameless decided that the free Wells Bombardier and or liquor and or Miller Lite and or Michelob Ultra was not what he wanted.
No. It weren't good enough for him.
Yeah, it weren't good enough. He left the wedding. Now we're in Claremont, in the middle of nowhere. He leaves the wedding and drives a good 15, 20-minute drive back into town to Claremont so he can buy Bud Light aluminum bottles.
Now, it couldn't be glass bottles. It couldn't be cans. It had to be aluminum bottles.
Or aluminium.
Does
if
he
you're in
run?
England.
Yeah, does he run into problems when he approaches a place and the only store there?
Well,
I mean,
usually
I'd hate
he
to be
runs
the, I'd
into
hate to be the
problems
guy
if-
behind the counter. He's like, "You ain't got the aluminum cans," and
I
you're
mean,
like,
but have you
Sir,
ever
you-
left a wedding with free booze
No,
to
dude.
go buy your own?
Well, and this isn't a place where, again, like Caleb said, it's a 15-minute drive to the closest convenience store.
And-
Now, here's the rub on it. Here's the best part. He works for a beer distributor.
"Yeah, I know what you're talking about." Anyway, hey, check it out. Up until like 5 years ago, I've never turned down a free drink. All right, so that just was like the first time. Just a couple years ago, I was like, "No, I got to work tomorrow. I can't drink."
no,
And I
he,
was like,
he left. He said, "You know what? This isn't good enough for me." Which the Wells Bombardier is a fantastic beer.
Oh, of course.
And not only plenty of light beer and plenty of